Hi guys. So today is the 6th of October. It is Sunday and it is my chilled out weekend. I went to see my nephew yesterday with my family. That was lovely. But today's video is going to be very, very different from any of my previous videos. I think I'm just going to carry this on and have one big video, like when the time comes. Because I have something really exciting to talk about, but I don't really know how long this whole process is going to take. Because I know that it's a very tricky thing. I'm just going to say it. I'm trying to conceive. I'm trying to get pregnant with my partner. That's bizarre to say out loud. So I think I'll talk you through. Okay. It still feels weird saying that out loud. Okay, right. Where I am right now, I'm in my lovely new flat that I have with my partner. Same town, just a bigger flat. My partner has 2 teenage boys of his own, than that he had with his ex. And they are 14 and very nearly 13. He's 13 on Monday. There's like a year and something between them, year and a couple of months, I think. And we've been together for 4.5 years. And for the last few years, we've been talking about having a little one together. But it's not really kind of happened. It's been a very long process of trying to get ourselves ready for this whole time to even start. So this is very exciting and this feels very big and very real, but also very surreal at the same time, which is why I think my head's just like, so yeah, we got together in January 2020, and January. I met his boys in October that year. Yeah, so about 8 months later on. Just during COVID year, obviously 2020. I then moved in with him to our old flat in October 2021, so the following year. Which felt like a good time to live together. We've only just had our 3-year live together anniversary the other day. And for that time, so I moved in and we were talking about, having a little one of our own and moving things on a little bit more. But we didn't have the money, the jobs weren't right, the timing wasn't great. So we were talking about staying in that flat for 6 months, to a year, and then trying to get a bigger flat so that his boys have space and we have a bit more room so that we can, eventually begin that process. It is now 2024 in October, and we only just moved into our flat like 2 weeks ago. So because we couldn't afford it, we didn't have the deposit, like the savings for the first month's rent and all that renting. We weren't able to do it and we kept putting it off. We renewed, I think, twice, and it would have been 3 times if we'd renewed again this year. It would have been around this time that we decided to renew, but we managed to get a little bit of help from my mum, and get some savings sorted for that. So we got a flat, and it is lovely, and we're so settled here. I'm so happy. At least I am. I know he is. I know he loves it too. But yeah, yeah. The boys seem happy. They've got finally got a bunk bed for them. We have a little bedroom for them. We just have a lot more space for all of us, which is really, really nice. I think I will just be using this as like a mini video diary type thing. Because, I don't want to share anything like this yet until the time is right, but it would be nice to kind of look back on the process, especially if we don't know, because we don't know how long it's going to take for it all to happen. So we started trying on the 26th of September, which is about a week ago, just over a week ago. In my calendar, 26th. A week and a half ago, maybe. week and a bit ago. And yeah, so we're trying, and it's like the first month, so it's crazy. I have had some feelings, but I'm not sure. I don't want to like push myself or make myself start thinking that I'm feeling things when I shouldn't be. My cycles have been very, very irregular, and very strange since I started going to the gym last year. Like, they used to be really painful, they used to be heavy or whatever. Now they're not. They're very, very long. They're light, not very painful, which is good. I'm not going to complain. But very, very different and very all over the place. I didn't have one for about 3 months, and then every month that I've had one has now been, I have them for about 2 weeks at a time, which is very strange. I had ultrasound done a few months ago to go and check. I had tests done, was told it's all normal, so I'm not sure if it's all the hormonal changes because I have also lost weight. I've been going to, I've been with this NHS prevention plan for diabetes because I'm pre-diabetic. I was like in the levels of potentially being diabetic, so that is something I would have to look out for and be careful of if I were to get pregnant. But I am, I have changed my diet a lot more. I am eating a hell of a lot more fruit. I'm exercising a lot more. I'm doing workouts and cycling to work. I'm trying to manage my stress. Like, I'm very aware of what I'm doing and things I'm doing to myself. I've now cut down caffeine since we started. Since I've we moved a bit closer to where I work, which is good. So I've been able to cycle to work. I'm trying not to do anything too heavy, too much, but I'm trying to keep myself nice and active. I've been taking like a folic acid gummies thing every day for the last couple of weeks, just to make sure that if it did happen, that I've sorted. And they do say that you can take it early as well because it's good for like iron levels and stuff like that. So that should be fine. Yeah, I have had some strange symptoms, but I'm not going to start thinking I'm pregnant yet because it's too soon. And it is only the first month. Well, not even the first month, it's like the first couple of weeks. Before we actually started trying, there was like a potential time that something else could have happened. So that was all like a week or two before that, but that wasn't intentional, but we could count it. But it was really nice because we sat down, we had the conversation about it, about actually trying, and yeah, and like we're at that place now, which is really, really exciting. And I've never done this before, but I've been watching so many videos about people like filming themselves in the morning when they do tests and stuff like that, and I've watched so many videos. So I want to start doing that when I start taking tests, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is I suppose my little diary of the journey. But we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. But yeah. Morning guys, so today is October 10th, and I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm taking a test. I did not think I would be taking a test this soon. It was definitely not the plan. However, I have what I think is going to be a tooth infection, my fourth one this year, which absolutely sucks. It's not really easy to see, but I have some swelling around here. And this is what happened the last time I had one. I had swelling in this exact same place, and then the day after, or whatever, it went up to like here, like near my eye looked really weird. So I'm going to take a test today, and then because I'm gonna need to go to the dentist today, and then if I have a tooth infection, they're gonna have to give me antibiotics again. So I'm going to have to. This is the first time I'm going to have to tell the dentist that I've been trying to conceive, and I'm of course kind of worried about, you know, what if I am pregnant? I don't want to do anything that would harm my baby. Even saying that out loud sounds really strange. I've had some weird symptoms. 1 second. Seconds, okay. It's loading itself. Wait till it loads and I'll turn it over. I won't look at it. Let me just do that. Okay. So I've got 3 minutes. When is 3 minutes? Okay. So yeah, I've had some weird symptoms. I don't know how to say this without being graphic, but I have really strange periods, and I have had strange periods since last year, since I was going to the gym. They started becoming really long, not very painful, not complaining of course, but yeah, they just became really weird. They were either really, really heavy or really, really light the whole time. And this time, while we, started doing what we're doing, I've had, like, during that time, it was very, really light. So we kind of, we started around that time. At the end of what I thought was like my period, I had some really, really light, watery looking bleeding, more like discharge, like pink stuff. This is a diary, so I'm really sorry if this sounds graphic, but this is just what it happens, isn't it? Again, I sound really struggling with like constipation, I guess, headaches, the odd headache, the odd feeling queasy at work the last few days. Not so much yesterday, but days two before that. I was feeling very, very sniffly and like I was coming down with a cold, then I didn't come down with a cold. Sore boobs and nipples, they're very, even after my period has stopped, I'm still having that, which is strange for me. Usually those sort of symptoms come before all of that happens. So yeah, just very weird symptoms for me personally, and obviously it's only the first month, like, so I wasn't going to test for like another week or so, but I've still got 2 more tests, so if I do one now and it's negative or whatever, I might do one in a week, but I will be very shocked if I am. But yeah, got like less than a minute before the 3 minutes. Do I look? No. That's clearly negative. I'm one of those people though that likes to look until I see something, so I will probably be doing that. That's the thing, it could be too soon anyway though, so I don't know, maybe I am, but it's way too soon. But I guess we'll test again soon and see. I just looked again and I'm already doing that thing where I trick myself and my eyes are tricking me and they're like, do I see something really, really faint? But no, I don't think I do. But my brain is trying to convince me that there is something there. But no, there really isn't. But maybe another time. Hello. So it is nearly 10, it's like 10 to 6 on the 15th of October. Been feeling very crampy today. I wasn't going to take a test till the weekend, and then I've realised I've actually ordered some of the little cheapy ones, and I'm feeling really impatient today. I have been feeling very crampy, but my head's a bit all over the place. It's all I can think about constantly, which isn't helpful. had a lot of heartburn, had a lot of symptoms that I'm kind of seeing from people on YouTube and stuff, because I've been watching a lot of the videos, and it's not even the morning, so this might not even work, but I'm just gonna go for it anyway. This one is 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes. So it is very clearly negative. However, my brain is again trying to trick me into thinking there's something there. It's very, very faint. It could just be the wrong time. Like I say, I have had quite a lot of symptoms that are very strange for me, but they could also be hormonal changes, so it could just be not our time. That's fine. It is only our first month of trying, so you know, we'll see how it goes. Hiya. So it is Saturday the 19th of October. And I didn't mean, I should have done an update this week. Basically, I got my period. But the thing is, I used to have these sort of very painful periods like over a year ago. So I think I mentioned in previous clips that my cycles have been very, very strange for the last year. They've been really long, with really like not very painful, whatever. They completely changed. But this time, this period feels like it did. And I checked my tracker, and the last time I had a 5-day period that was like painful like this was December last year, so nearly a year ago. Which is really strange to say. And I think I had one at May as well. But yeah, they've been really, really weird the last year. This one feels kind of more like what they used to be like. So I'm hoping that's a good sign, because I know I used to ovulate because I used to get the same sort of cramp at the certain time of the month, which was like an ovulation cramp. Like I could tell what it was, or at least I think it's that every month. You know, it's always the same feeling, and I would always recognise it, and I'd always track when I think it is, and I think that was my ovulation. Obviously never having tried before, haven't needed to, but I just like to know what's going on in my body. And yeah, so this week I've had really, really, really painful cramps. Not the most painful I've ever had, but because I've not had painful periods like this in a year, honestly, my periods for last year have been like nothing in comparison to what I used to have in terms of pain. And it's always the first couple of days that usually I would always get, horrible pain. Sometimes horrible, sometimes moderate, sometimes changing a little bit. It'll be really painful the first, or just really annoying pain, or whatever. And I have to take loads of ibuprofen all the time, or Feminax. But yes, this is the first month that I've kind of gone back to that. So it's kind of made me wonder if my body's sort of getting back to that now. I'm being more active, because and I've lost a bit of weight and stuff over the last few months, and I've been doing this pre diabetes prevention program since February. So I've been eating a lot more fruit and veg, and I've been like more active. I'm doing home workouts, and I'm biking to work a couple of days a week when the weather's actually okay, but it's been raining a lot, so it's only been like a day a week at the minute. So maybe I'm not doing too much exercise, but I'm doing a bit more exercise. Maybe my body's kind of going back to what it was like. But I used to cycle to work at this time. I think the last time I had this, I worked in an arcade. I used to cycle like an hour each way. I love cycling. I got a bike again recently because it's just easier to get to work, and obviously a lot cheaper, saves me money. So
I'm really happy to be biking again and getting more active, feeling more fit and active in myself. Because I used to bike absolutely everywhere. So I'm wondering if maybe that now that I've lost a bit of weight and I'm being active again, I'm wondering if my periods kind of going back to what they were before they became really irregular and really strange. That's what I'm thinking, but not completely sure. But I'm hoping I'm trying to be optimistic. That means that I'll start getting the ovulation feelings again. Because I think that's what that was every month. And I haven't really felt that for a long time, not since I've been having these weird periods, which could mean that I haven't been ovulating properly, well, normally. Maybe not at all, I don't know. I did go to the doctors, did get an ultrasound about it all, but was told it was all normal, so I don't really know. I may need to go back again at some point and get checked and tell them that I'm trying now and stuff, but we'll see. Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that means my body's getting a bit more regulated again, and hopefully means that my periods will be a bit more normal, and then my ovulation might be a bit more normal again. Fingers crossed. Hey, so I realised that I haven't done a video for this little collection in a while, but that's because I got my period, and then, just generally going through the month. We're now in our second month of trying. I am technically due on my period. I'm technically late. However, my periods are so all over the place, so I'm not going to start thinking and getting excited that I'm pregnant. Although obviously I really, really hope I am. But I've had a lot going on this month. I have been preparing for a massive author event, which went amazingly last week. So I've been in a very happy, excited mindset, and I don't know. Sometimes they say that can help. If you're focusing on yourself, you're more at peace, I guess, and you're not as stressed. That can help with your fertility, but I don't know. I've had a few sort of days where I felt quite queasy, but nothing to make me think I'm pregnant. I would just yesterday I was feeling quite queasy. My boobs are really sore. Have been for a few days, but again they do that when I'm due. I've also had some tummy trouble, but I get that a lot anyway. So I'm really trying not to symptom spot because that's a problem that I have. That I do that a lot when I think I'm pregnant. I was planning to test at the weekend, purely because it's been a really tiring week because I've been so tired from what I did last weekend. And also my partner was in bed and I didn't want to do the test in the morning when I was rushing around for work and then, find out either good or not so good news, and then that would completely mess up with my morning routine schedule sort of thing. You know what I mean? I didn't I didn't want to be rushing around and then also thinking about whatever result. So I thought I'd save it until the weekend and then check, so that I can have more time. So that if I am, I have the day to process it. I actually have today as well, but obviously it's too late now because it's supposed to test first thing in the morning. But yes, I think I'm going to do one maybe tomorrow, Sunday. We'll see. I've got loads of these little tests, these little cheap ones, sat in my bedroom and they've been there for ages. Like I say, we're only in the second month of trying and I've never tried before, so I don't know if it could go well, it might not go well. We'll see. It might take a long time. I don't know. But my periods have been so strange. Last month was the first month that was the most normal one that I've had in a year. So I like to think that this month would be normal too, if it comes, if I'm not pregnant. but then it could also be really, really late and go on a regular again, which is what I'm really hoping that it's not happening. But I don't know. Yeah. I've been in a bit of a weird mindset. Been really happy, obviously, because of all my event stuff. But then the baby stuff is always in the back of my mind. Like, I want it to happen, but I don't want to start worrying and thinking about it too much. But yeah, I'll test soon and we'll see. We'll go from there. Hi guys, excuse the state of me. It's not even 5 AM yet, but I woke up needing a wee. I couldn't stop thinking about it, so I had to come in here. But I was still sleeping in there, so waking up. So I've been feeling a little bit sick the last couple of days, but I don't know, I've also been very tired. I did have a very busy weekend last weekend, so I think I haven't let it catch up with me yet. I don't know, the last couple of days I've been feeling a bit like just a bit queasy. I don't think I am, but I'm just doing one because I'm late as well. My parents have been really strange today. I'm not going to start immediately thinking I am, but we'll see. I was checking for 5 minutes, but it's a negative. That's fine. Oh, it's not 5 minutes. Maybe next month. Morning. Oh, it's now Sunday 24th. And winter again. I'm up again. It's 7:30 this morning. I haven't supposed to have my wisdom tooth out on Wednesday. So I'm going to keep testing because I haven't had my period yet, but I've had some cramping, more cramping than I've been having normally. So it could just be that my period is coming, but it's just taken a while. But this is the first time that I've been late since we've been trying, so I don't know. I think that's very strange periods, and I've had it for like a year. But so it's very clearly negative, but my brain was trying to convince me that there was a very faint line there. So having my wisdom tooth out today. Today is Wednesday the 27th of November. And I'm taking a test because I'm having my wisdom tooth out today. And I'm still late. I'm probably like over a week late now. According to my tracker, I've been having cramping the last 2 days. Not painful, just uncomfortable. A bit awake. Quite low down. Usual boobs, short boobs, everything. With tummy problems and stuff, but I don't know what's going on. If my periods been weird, as they have been, or if I am pregnant. I'm in shock, guys. I don't think it's even been 3 minutes yet. It's only been 2 minutes and there's a very faint line. I don't know if you can see it. I'm actually shaking. I'm pregnant. I'm actually shaking. Oh my god. And I thought it wasn't gonna be. Oh my god, it keeps getting darker. I thought it was just my periods being strange again. Oh my god, I've got to go to work today. It keeps getting darker as well. It's really hard to see on the camera, but I'm actually shaking. I'm in shock. Oh my god. Wow, okay. Hello. Um, I don't even know where to start. Okay, so today is Friday the 29th of November. I had to think for a second. I'm not long got home from work and I wanted to kind of do a little catch up because the last few days have been wild. You would have seen my clip of my recent test where I did one of those little cheapy tests and I got a positive. And I was so shocked. You could see it probably in my face. I didn't speak for ages. And I'm so glad that I actually decided to record this thing because I have done so many times, like so many positive tests, so many negative tests, so many pregnancy tests are what I meant to say. But I've never had positives ever. Like obviously I've never been pregnant. And I always do them when I'm late, and I've had weird cycle problems for like a year, up until last month. Last month was like my most normal period that I've had in a year. So I think maybe that might have actually helped me this month. So this is only our second month trying.
We started trying on the 26th of September, I think. Yeah. Um, so it's weird to say that the 27th of November, which was Wednesday, just Wednesday, just gone, 2 days ago, was the day that I got the positive test for the first time. I've been in a very, very strange mindset the last couple of days. I've been going to work as normal. I had my wisdom tooth out the day that I found out. And I asked the dentist and the receptionist if it's safe to do this because I just found out I'm pregnant. I couldn't even say the word. Like I said, I've had a positive test this morning. I did not say the word pregnant. But obviously she's she got what I was saying, and she kind of gave me a face like like is it safe? I don't know, sort of thing. Or well, she did know that it was okay. Like and she checked with her manager, and her manager said, well, there's no X-rays, and well, and she said talk to the dentist and see what the dentist says, and they won't do it if they're concerned. But I'd had this thing booked in for absolutely ages, so I'd got my other one out a few months ago, and had this giant swelling on my face for like nearly a month, 3 weeks or something like that, and it was awful. The recovery was awful, but the one that I had the other day was fine. Like it hurt the night after, but other than that, it's been okay. And I've been doing the salt water thing, and I've, I feel so much better than I did the other time. And it's also really strange to think that a few days ago, I also finished this program that I've been on for the last, strangely, 9 months, which is the National Diabetes Prevention Program, because I have always had problems with my sugar, mainly fizzy drinks and chocolate and snacks and things like that. So I did a little video on here. You can go back and you'll watch it. It's like how my mindset has changed towards my health, and that program has pretty much changed my life. And I don't want to exaggerate it. I'm not exaggerating. That has pretty much. It's just the mindset towards my health and going to sort myself out when things need to get sorted out. Like I should have had a cervical screening, like for years before I actually did. But when I did, ended up having two in 1 week because for different things. One was also a smear and one was a normal cervical thing to check just general stuff, which was they were both all fine, whatever. But once I had those tests, I was actually fine about it, and I didn't feel too nervous about the whole process. So that was a big thing for me because I'd been putting off that sort of stuff for so long. Like it can be really daunting, like going to the doctor about that kind of thing, I guess, especially when you're quite young. But so that really, really helped generally my mindset and like going to doctors and being brave and doing the things that generally make me so anxious. And that has obviously been a big help with what has happened this week, and me getting a positive test and knowing very soon that I should be going to the doctors to hopefully, confirm the pregnancy and to say that I have a baby in my belly, which is so strange to think. Like, I've also been in denial the last couple of days, I think. The last 2 days I've been at work and I've been walking around. I haven't told anyone anything. Haven't told my partner yet. I'm planning to tell him if I can get one of those clear blue tests and it says pregnant. I've got one of the pack of 3. It just came today. But I've just been walking around and like just in shock, I guess, processing it. In lessons, I'm helping the kids and I'm talking to my colleagues and I'm just talking to people normally and stuff, but I'm just so in my head. And the amount of times I have like been cuddling my belly under my scarf and stuff like that, like I'm just, oh, it's amazing feeling. Like I feel amazing to think that there is a baby in my belly. But I'm also really like, I guess you could say in denial that I'm not pregnant or something's going to go wrong or it's not going to be, a viable thing or my anxiety has basically gone through the roof, and has started telling me every single reason why I might not be pregnant or why things might not go well. So I guess it's just such a massive, big, big bit of news. It's been basically a very life-changing week. But tomorrow I'm going to do my Christmas shopping. I've got those tests. So I'm going to do my tests in the morning. Oh yeah, the last 2 days I have been testing again. I've been doing the cheapy tests because I've got a box of like 60 or something. So I've been doing them in the morning, and they've both been positive yesterday and today as well. I didn't film those, but I have got pictures of each of those. And I've got clear blue for tomorrow, which I'm thinking of doing in the morning. And taking the first two, the ones that have the little crosses on them, if it's positive. And then I also have the one that says pregnant or not pregnant, and then it also says how many weeks, or like 2 to 3 weeks or whatever. So I might do the two cross ones first, see if they come up the same way, and then after that do the pregnant, non-pregnant one, and then that is the one that I will use to show my partner tomorrow. That's the plan. He'll probably be like, "Why haven't you told me yet?" And I'll be like, because the funny thing is, I've been telling him when I've had negative tests, but I haven't obviously told him yet when I've had positive ones, because I haven't had positive ones. My anxiety is also through the roof, like, because when you look online, it says like, oh, you can have false positives. They're very, very rare, but if you have like a UTI or something, you can have a false positive, and it's like, and I don't know, my brain's just like going to every place to tell me that I'm like not and stuff. But yeah, it's so crazy. The dentist found out before my partner did. But I had to tell them because I didn't want to take anything that was going to be a risk. And she did ask me that, the receptionist. Before I went up, she said, "How are you feeling about it?" And I said, "Well, I feel okay about it, but I just want to make sure there's no risk." And, what I meant was to my baby, and I couldn't even say that. And I just know that, like, when I tell my partner, he'll probably be excited, but he'll be worried about, like, money and stuff, which is fair enough. That's our biggest, like, worry, I guess. And then my mum is going to freak out. Next month, I have a little get-together thing, like a Christmas get-together, where my sister lives in Portsmouth, which is near the sea, and for Christmas we are actually going down there to see them, her and my little 2.5-year-old nephew, and my sister and her partner. So we're staying in the Premier Inn on the Friday night, which is literally the day we break up from school, so I have my 2-week holiday. Songbird Air, my next book, is actually out on the 21st of December, which is the Saturday that we're seeing my sister and nephew in that. So of course, what is in my head is, how cool would it be if I got to surprise them at that place, like at that, either on the Friday or the Saturday. I don't know whether I'd want to share it in front of both my sisters or my parents or my sister first. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be so strange because, like, my sister had my nephew by surprise. Like, she didn't tell us till she was about 7-8 months pregnant, and that really threw a spanner in the works for the family. But I think it brought us all closer in a really nice way, as babies do, I suppose. So I think it would be interesting if I was able to do that as well. But yeah, as far as like symptoms go and stuff, I've had some queasiness the last couple of days. Smells bother me all the time. I obviously work in a school, so I went into the canteen today, and there's like a sixth form one, which is smaller, and you can pay by card in there and stuff to get food. So I kept going in there. I went in there, and oh my god, the smell didn't make me feel sick per se, but I was definitely feeling queasy, and not like the type that I feel like I'm gonna throw up, but like I just felt really. Ugh. And yesterday my partner picked me up, and he had his two boys in the back of the car as well. Well, one was in the front seat, and just realised there's something on my scarf. And my partner's youngest was eating crisps, and I got in the car and I was like, oh my god, what's that smell? So I was just sat there like this the whole time. But I did say I was cold, so my partner probably thought I was just, I don't know, thing. But yeah, we'll see how it goes with the test tomorrow, I guess. And I'll probably be able to do something with this video soon, but I can't believe it's only been 2 months, and I definitely thought it was going to be a lot closer to like a year or something, but we'll see. I'm optimistic. I'm just very anxious about the whole thing. I signed on with the doctors yesterday. There's a certain doctors that's closer to where I live because we moved 2 months ago, but I still hadn't signed on to a new doctor that's like closer, so I did that obviously knowing I have probably got to go to the doctors soon. So I've registered, and then I'm gonna try and get an appointment with a nurse, I think. Try and get like a blood test. And I also need to do a blood sugar test because of this ending the pre-diabetes thing. So that would be a thing that I'd be more nervous about as well, like gestational diabetes and stuff, which my sister also had when she was pregnant. But I guess we'll see how it goes. I am honestly over the moon. I keep watching people's videos where they're like finding out that they're pregnant and like their reactions and stuff. And it's really nice to watch these little things. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's how I felt a few days ago. And I didn't think I was going to, honestly. When I looked at that test, I'd done so many negative tests a few days before. I'd left it a few days because I was doing some at the weekend and I had negatives, and I was thinking I'm still late, but my periods have been really strange the last year, so I thought maybe they'd gone back to doing what they normally do when they're not turning up for a long time or whatever. But I'm still getting sore boobs and pain, cramping constantly, and out of breath, feeling sick, tummy problems, all that sort of stuff. That's what I've also had the last couple of days. But oh my god, I wasn't actually looking at the test properly. I think I was just expecting it to be negative, and I was looking at the time on my laptop, my phone, or whatever, because I knew that it had to be between 3 and 5 minutes to read it. So I was just kind of like staring into space, I guess, or just like, and I ended the little clip that I'd done before. And then I think maybe a couple minutes in or something, I saw something appear, and then something else appeared, like a slightly darker thing, and I started shaking. And that's what you saw in that clip, me just staring at that test for ages. But I did not think it was going to be positive. I didn't, because I'd seen the negatives like loads. I thought I'd just do one because of the dentist. And I literally said that in the clip as well. I was like, just doing this because of the dentist, and then it was positive. So I told the dentist, and he was like, oh, congratulations. And he gave me, I think it's lidocaine or something, like something. He said it was like a less strong, numbing what do you call it? You know what I mean? Numbing thing, so that it can take my wisdom tooth out. But yeah, my head's just gone. I'm making so many little mistakes and little things, not at work, but just like generally, I'm like typing things in wrong, and I went to put my taxi address in wrong. Like my brain's just not with it, but in a good way. I just want to see pregnant on that test tomorrow, so I can put it in a little bag. And when I go and do my Christmas shopping, I'm planning to get something from my partner to put into like a little gift bag or something and surprise him. So that when he says, why did you not tell me? I wanted to do it in a nice way. That's the plan anyway. We'll see. Hopefully all goes well.
Hello. So it is now Saturday 30th, and I'm gonna do tests again. This is the same one I've been doing each day. I'll do for these again. And then I also have one of these. Partner's still asleep. It's not even 4 a.m. today, but I was cupboard and did the weeds. not even been like 10 seconds and I'd already sort seen something faint. For that one, it's coming up really quickly. Both of these, all of these have been coming up really quick each day. Like in the first, like, I don't know, less than a minute, I think, yesterday and today. I'm not sure how this one's going to work, but so this one came up pretty much straight away. It's quite bold, you can see there. I'm gonna shoot this one now. Again, I didn't even have to wait 3 minutes, is it there? Again, just like the first day I did it. I wasn't shaking the last couple of days. I was nervous about this one. I thought these ones weren't going to do it for some reason. Because I'd only used the cheapie I obsessed and I hadn't used this one before. I've used them before, but not like since I've had this positive. I can show my partner this when he gets home later. Which means when I do my Christmas shopping today, I can get something to surprise him. And my family later on. I'll do that at some point. Hi. So again, for another update, today is Sunday, the 1st of December, and last night I told my partner I'm pregnant. I was so nervous when I went to give him the bag. So basically, I told you, I think, that I was doing like a little Christmas shopping day yesterday, and it was really nice. It was like a treat myself day, and it was just do some shopping, get it done, and then I get to go to the cinema, and I watched Wicked, and that was amazing. I had my doubts about Ariana Grande being a musical person because she's a pop star, but I know she sings amazing. I love a lot of her songs, but I just didn't know how it was going to work with her as Glinda. But amazing, so definitely worth giving it a watch if you haven't already. But at the same time, so I had that planned to go and watch that, which I've got shopping done first. And my plan was to go in the morning and get my clear blue pregnancy tests and do all 3 of them, because there are 2 that have the cross, like they're like because I've just been using the cheapy tests, so this was like my proper ones I've used since I've had my positives, and like you get little crosses. So I had 2 of those. So I thought if I do those first, and then if that is positive, which it was, then I'll do my digital after, and it has the one where it says how many weeks. So I did, yeah. So they were positive, and then I did the digital, and it came up saying 1 to 2 weeks. So that was really cool. So it was so nice to actually see pregnant on the screen as well, and like kind of make it confirm it. I don't want to say make it feel more real, because it hasn't really made it feel more real, but it has. I don't know. It made it feel really strange, but really like in a positive way. So yeah, so then I went to the city centre, got the bus, for the first time getting the bus from my new place, estate. Had a really nice bus journey, you know. Went to do my shopping, pretty much got my shopping done within an hour, which I wasn't surprised, which I didn't think would happen. I think maybe it was actually less than an hour. Like, I know what my mum and my sisters like, so they were quite easy to get for. And then a couple of them I did the same shop, but they've got really nice in there. It's Typo. It's a great shop. So I did, yes, I got their presents, and then I was a bit stuck with my dad because I never know what he's got. I know what he likes, but I never know if he's already got, like, he loves games and films and stuff, so I didn't know if, I always want to get him that, but I don't know what he's already gone out and bought himself, so yeah, he's a bit more tricky to buy for, I find. So I called my mum, and she said, "Oh yeah, you could get him a jumper because he likes a jumper stuff." So I was like, "Okay, cool." Um, Hopefully he doesn't see this before Christmas. I don't know when I'm posting this video yet. Um, but anyway, so we did that, and then I went into Primark and I got my partner a jumper for Christmas. Um, and I also knew that I was going to go into the baby section in Primark, and it felt so strange going in there knowing that I was shopping for myself, like, because when you know people that have babies, it's like it's really nice to be able to shop for baby stuff anyway, generally. Or I love it because I love just looking around at all the stuff in there. That's so cute. Um, but like actually knowing shopping for something for my partner because we're having a baby was so strange. Um, and I was gonna show him, so I went in there and I was looking around at all the stuff. There was loads of really, really cute stuff, little cute rompers and nice little outfits and all that stuff. But there just wasn't what I wanted in there. So I kind of came away thinking, okay, I'll try boots or something. I just wanted something that had daddy on it, basically. I just wanted something that says, I love my daddy or something like that. Because I wanted it to be straight to the point. um, so I was walking out of there and I'd pretty much done all of my other shopping. I got my dad something, got my partner's part of his present. Um, Went into Next Home, which was just on the way there before I was going to go to Boots. And then I went to the children's section, the baby section there, and that was, oh, it was all so cute. And then I finally saw on a rail was this really cute little romper, baby girl. I've taken a picture of all the stuff that I said, so you would have seen it. It says I love my daddy, and there was a little teddy bear like next in this on the table nearby it, so I got that as well. It was either a duck or a teddy, but I thought the teddy would be really cute. Maybe that could be like their first ever teddy. It's really sweet. Um, so yeah, that made it feel really strange. So actually going up to Till and buying that, like knowing that's for my partner because I'm pregnant. Like it's what I've wanted for so long to be able to do these things, but like when you actually get to do them, it's something else entirely. So yeah, so then I had went and had lunch once I'd done all my shopping. Went into the Escape where they have the cinema. It's like a leisure building. It's got the arcades and food places and stuff. So I had a McDonald's. Um, didn't do my usual fizzy drink like Diet Coke, which I would love because I'm trying to cut down on the caffeine. Um, I generally don't really have much stuff that would be harmful for pregnancy anyway. I don't think. Like I don't really eat anything like you can't have like unpasteurized stuff, which I don't really have anyway. You can't really have certain meats if they're not cooked properly, which again I only eat like mainly like chicken, beef, pork, but cooked to a certain point. So a lot of the stuff I think that I've seen, like I don't really have to change my diet too much, but I'm just trying to make sure I eat more fruit and veg, which I was doing anyway with this pre-diabetes prevention plan thing. So I'm really glad that I've had all of that progress already because that's really helpful for me to like looking after myself. And I think I'm hoping that that's what's helped me get pregnant. Changing my mindset and changing my diet and my lifestyle and like going exercising more, doing little workouts and stuff like that. And on yesterday I also did before I went to the shopping centre, I did a mini dance workout thing where I checked for some that were pregnancy safe. So that was kind of strange. um, but yeah, so I went to see Wicked. Wicked was amazing. After I'd had my lunch, and then came home. My partner was due in, so I got back about 6. So I was due it. My partner's due home about 7, 10 to 7. He normally gets in. Um, so nervous to tell him. I got a little gift bag for his little stuff that I was going to show. Put the tests in it. And then I left it beside the couch, my side of the couch, and then I put my scarf over it because sometimes he comes around that side, and I was really nervous for him to like just stumble upon it. And there was even the point where I was bursting for the toilet, but I didn't want to like get up and go to the loo and then come back and then find that he's already found it. But I think I ended up doing that in the end anyway. I'll get my throat. But yeah, I was so nervous. I was getting my tummy was like somersaults, really, really nervous to tell him. And he was playing his little game. He has this game on his phone that he sits out on, and then so he came and sat next to me, and I was kind of like plucking up the courage. I was trying to do it quicker rather than later, rather than putting it off. I was like, I've got something for you, but I'm really nervous. And he's like, what? What you got for me? And then so I sort of reached over the side of the couch and picked up the little bag and then put it like right next to him. Really nervous to see his reaction. I'm just like, and then he sort of looked in the bag. He was like, "Oh, you got me clothes or something?" Like, I said, because I said, "Oh, it's kind of like an early Christmas present per se." He was like, "Oh, you got me clothes," and I was like, "No." Well, I didn't actually say anything. And then he pulled out the little teddy bear first, and then he was like, "Oh, are you pregnant?" I was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "Oh," and kissed me and gave me a hug, and it was so sweet. And I was just like, "That's exactly the reaction that I wanted." I don't know why if I was expecting any other reaction, but I know that I know he wants it, and we've obviously talked about it and stuff. Like we've decided to start trying, but it's like I know he's a bit more dubious about the money situation and how it's going to be with his boys, his two teenage boys, what the dynamic will be like with them because he's gone through a divorce with their mum, and like he doesn't want the kids, understandably, doesn't want the kids to think that he's gonna um, replace them or whatever. Like he doesn't want them to think that this is all going to change things for them, which is understandable. So, and I said, oh, I guess if you just keep showing up with them and just doing all the things that you normally do, take them out, make an effort to do all the things like take them to their training and all that, football training, and take them out for walks, or I don't know, just keep spending time with them as you normally would. Like, don't um make them think that anything's going to change, and I think it'll be alright. And I said they might adjust to it after a while. It might be weird for them at first. They might not be too happy or whatever. I don't know. Or they might actually be like, oh, quite interested in it. We'll see. I'm sure there'll be more updates on that soon. But yeah. And then he said, oh, so how he said, how are you gonna do it? Are you gonna tell people, tell family like at a certain point? And I said, yeah, probably. I would say around the 12-week scan. And I said I'd got signed with the doctors, which I told him about that, which I'd already done. I signed with the hospital to say for my later on care and my first scan and stuff, so that they'll get in contact before 10 weeks is the thing. And I said I'm going to try and get a doctor's appointment as soon as I can once my new doctor's registration's gone through, but it takes about 10 days. He said, oh, why didn't you do it in your school holidays? I said, yeah, because December's coming up. Well, it's December now, but December holidays will be in a couple of weeks. So I could do my first, like, blood test or doctor's appointment then. I'd like to get a blood test to check my sugar levels because of my pre-diabetes, even though I've just finished the program. They said I needed one anyway. And also because of um, just to confirm, I guess, and make sure that everything's okay. And they'll probably make me do a pregnancy test and stuff. But yeah, it was so nice. I was just really glad and relieved to have told him and to have his reaction be like. And then he had his hand on my leg the whole time we were talking about it and stuff. So it was really nice. And he went a bit red. I don't know if he was just like finding it like strange like me or what. I don't know. Because we talked about it like having one since we were quite early on, and I remember him mentioning it first, saying, "Oh, even though, despite all the problems that have happened with him in the past, with the boys and stuff, with their mum or the divorce and all of that, he said he'd still like another one." So, um, But yeah, it's exciting. And I'm glad he knows and I can talk to him about it. And then I'm trying to meet up with my best friend today because I said I want to tell her. I won't tell my family till the scan time or anything, which is also hard work because I'm close to my family, so I want to tell them everything. But I might have to tell them at some point, but we'll just leave it a little while and we'll tell his around the same time. And I said I've got my family getaway thing where I'm just going to see my sister and her a little one and all of that. So I'm tempted to get a little bag and surprise them then, because that would be really nice. But I'm hoping to have gone to the doctors before that happens to prove, to say that everything's okay and stuff. So hopefully, fingers crossed. And then I keep thinking that by this time next year, it's nearly Christmas. It feels really special to think that by Christmas next year, I could have a little 3 or 4 month old baby in my arms.
Hey, so I thought I'd do a little update because I haven't done one in ages. And today is Thursday, the 12th of December. I did do like a little update, and then I think I accidentally deleted it. But that was like a week or so ago. So it's been like 2 weeks since I found out I was pregnant. I'm pregnant. And yeah, so the first week after I found out, I was having like some nausea and like lots of different symptoms, just like sore boobs, which I still have, cramping, which I still have, peeing a lot, which I was generally, and now I'm peeing a lot more, like 4 or 5 times a night at the minute, the last few days. Just like random little headaches and dizzy spells, um, just a load of like weird little symptoms. And then today I got my email back from the hospital to say that I'm hopefully having my first appointment, my first midwife appointment on Friday next week. So, well, I'm hoping for Friday. It was actually, they sent me the thing for Saturday, but I'm going to Portsmouth to see my family on Saturday. My sister and her little one, with my family, sorry. So, on Friday we were actually going in the evening and staying over. So I'm hoping that if I can have an appointment on the Friday in the morning, that would be good, because the school I work at breaks up on Thursday, so that gives me a bit of time to get that sorted, hopefully. And then I'm hoping that, still in the school holiday time, a couple of weeks later, it'll be nearly time for my 12-week appointment, so I'll be able to have my dating scan, which I need to wait for a separate letter for, apparently, but yeah, I'm really excited for that. But we'll see. I just hope little one's okay. I just want to know that everything's alright. Hear it being confirmed that I'm pregnant, and just be excited about the thought of having a baby in the summer. Just crazy. I slowly started telling people, I told a few friends, trying not to announce it, but it's hard not to tell everyone when I'm so tired or I'm eating constantly at the minute. That's another symptom that's been hitting me this week. That's what's weird this week. Like, the nausea's kind of gone, although I still get sensitive with when I'm brushing my teeth. But I'm eating constantly. I'm napping constantly. I'm constantly hungry and tired. I get backache and cramping, a bit like, feels like period cramps, but different at the same time. So yeah, I'm hoping it's just the symptoms sort of like fluctuating a little bit, but hopefully everything's all good, and I will hopefully hear some good news next week.
I should get some sleep.
Hi. So it is now the 2nd No, it's not. It's the 4th of the 2nd of Feb. And I realised I haven't done a video for this little diary thing that I have been doing for months, for a long time. And I thought I'd do a little bit of an update now that I am 14 weeks pregnant. And I can put this little video together and sort of, if people want to come along and watch what happens as when I first found out, and all of the feelings and symptoms I had early on and stuff like that, because it's been crazy. So I'm now about 3.5 months pregnant, which is crazy to say. So I have been fairly lucky in terms of my symptoms and things like that. I did have a lot of nausea when I first found out and beforehand, and thankfully didn't have any sickness. Although I have had this horrible flu thing that everyone was getting around Christmas, and I've had it for like over a month now, since the 23rd of December. So I had the cough, the flu, the cold symptoms. I don't know if I had an eye infection around the same time, because I had sounds gross, but fluid coming from my eyes all the time. And I feel a lot better, but I still can't get rid of the voice, the blocked nose, all of the phlegm and the congestion and blood in my nose, which is also a pregnancy symptom, so that might not even be the flu. Who knows? But yeah, other than that, I've kind of been having lots of mild symptoms, like you get the usual constipation. Tiredness is unreal. They do not tell you about the tiredness and how much it actually affects you. I have been napping every single day, multiple times a day, and I get home from work and I just need a nap, or I can do a little bit of freelance work and then I need a nap, and I can nap for an hour or two and then still feel exhausted enough to be able to get a good night's sleep. So that is crazy. Even on weekends when I'm not really doing much, I am napping on the couch. Just kind of how it's going. I can feel it in my sinuses even now. You can probably hear it. My emotions and everything have been all over the place. Mood swings, sore boobs, backache, cramping, on and off, not heavy or painful, but more just twinges, aches and pains and stretchy sensations. Swelling inside, it feels like, I don't know how to describe it, feels like there's pressure. Constantly peeing, multiple times per night. All the symptoms that you hear about, basically. Didn't have any spotting earlier on or anything, which I thought I might do. Everyone has been really, really lovely about it. So I told my family at the end of December, around Christmas. We went up to Portsmouth for a couple of days, and had a really nice time. Saw my little nephew and my sister and her partner and all that. And we told them there, or I told them there. I told my parents the same day. This was the 20th of December. Then a few weeks ago, about a month ago, a couple of weeks ago, we told my partner's family, because he wanted to wait until the scan. So we went to our first scan on the 10th of January, I want to say. And I thought I was 12 weeks pregnant, but it turns out I was actually 2 weeks behind, so I was about 10 weeks. So then I ended up going back a couple of weeks later on the 22nd and had a really, really lovely scan. My mum was there instead of my partner, because my partner was working and couldn't get the time off in time. But it was pretty much the same thing. I was, still seeing the baby, but just but it was really sweet, because the baby just wants to be face down every time. So every time she'd put the thing on my belly, the baby was just lying there face down. And
there was one point when she was like, okay, you can go empty your bladder and then we'll do some more measurements. So I came back from doing that, got back in the room again, and baby was face down again. Even though she'd spent a while in the first time trying to get baby to like get into the position so she could see everything, and she was going through and saying there's the bladder, there's the brain, legs, arms, like everything she could see, which they didn't really do in the first scan because baby was too small. So now I'm 14 weeks and I have my 20-week scan booked for March 18th, which is a week before my birthday. So that would be nice, and I'm hoping that they'll tell us the gender then. And that would be a really nice little early birthday present. We are hoping for a girl, but I don't want to get my hopes up too much. And I keep telling myself, even if we don't have a girl, I've got a lovely little nephew, Isaac, so it'd be like having a little Isaac. I think it's not like I have anything against having a boy, but it's just that I think I've grown up with sisters, and I don't know, I've always wanted to have a girl. I don't know why. And my partner's got two teenage boys already, so he wants a girl now as well. But you know, it'll be 50-50. If it happens, we'll be happy. If it doesn't happen, we'll also be happy. But you know, gender disappointment is real. So if you have it, don't worry too much. Let yourself feel all the feelings, and then you know, when baby comes, it won't matter nonetheless, will it? So, but I'm really excited. So I'm due now in August. My new due date is the 4th of August. So I'm very excited. And I'm gonna put this little video together so you can see sort of my first trimester and parts of my second trimester, and I'll probably do another type of little video, maybe talking about the second and third trimester or something. I've never done a pregnancy video because I've never been pregnant before, and I know this video channel is more about writing and reading and stuff, but I like to also post occasional general life stuff, life updates and things. So, and this is obviously a big part of my life this year, so that's what's happening. So that is what I will be updating on, and I'm looking forward to it. So, but I just want to say thank you everyone for all the love and support, and have more updates coming soon.